On this episode, we talk about IoT security, we have a winner to our first ever giveaway, and I talk about why I've been kind of flaky. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of DailyIoT, episode 7, I think. I got it wrong last time. Gosh, I can't even keep track of the episode numbers. Anyway, let's hop right into it. We got just a little bit of news to cover really quick, and that involves IoT security. There were a couple stories that dropped this week. One was not specifically an IoT security piece of news. It was more Linux. And so there was some research done that has found a problem in an implementation of an RFC standard. It's RFC 5961, and this deals with TCP connections. And basically the research found that somebody can, in the Linux kernel, there's a hole in how they've implemented the TCP connection, that RFC standard that I just mentioned, which basically allows an attacker to see, first of all, if two people are communicating over TCP, and second of all, once they've determined that, they can actually insert malicious packets in the correct sequence, spoof an IP address of one of them, and basically put malicious code on the wire to go to one of the participants in that TCP connection. Now, this does not require a man in the middle, so they don't have to be a server in between the two people talking. This is something that can come from the outside. I will link it up if you want to find more details about that. The reason I mention this is that a lot of boards nowadays are starting to run Linux. Most popular, we obviously know, is the Raspberry Pi is going to run a version of the Linux kernel. Also, your Onion Omega. And there's not much you can do about this until the respective distributions get the fix that the Linux kernel implements for this. But it's just something to be aware of if you're using it in your project and it's a bigger commercial project and there's security implications. Wow, it's getting late. That's just something to be aware of, a security issue in that Linux kernel, and I'm sure it'll be fixed if it's not already, and then that'll get pushed out to things like Raspbian and the OpenWRT distribution that the Omega runs. Okay, the other security item this week was an article I'll also link up where researcher Anthony Rose tested 16 Bluetooth smart locks and found that I believe 12 of them opened via wireless attack. Some of them, he said, opened ridiculously easy to moderately difficult to hack. And that's concerning in itself. However, what's more concerning is what he said next, which was, we contacted 12 vendors, only one responded, and they said, we know it's a problem, but we're not gonna fix it. And this continues to plague the Internet of Things. Some people go so far to say is the Internet of Things is going to fail because of security, and that's just not going to happen. The Internet of Things is here, and it's here to stay, and it's going to continue to dominate and take over the world. But it doesn't mean that we can just have crappy security in our products, right? And so this is, the show's more directed at hobbyists and makers out there, and to be honest, we don't care much about security, but there's some people out there that want to take that making to pro level. And so security, just like in software, security in IoT applications and products needs to be thought of from the very start. You can't just, there's going to be security bugs always. However, when a researcher contacts you and tells you about it, you fix it. You don't say, oh, yeah, we know. So it's a lock, people. If you can unlock it via wireless attack, you got to fix it. So anyway, I bring this up because it continues to be a problem in the space. Just like software's been around for decades and security is still a problem, but it makes people uneasy. It makes that adoption, I think, a little bit slower. And so it's news, security news. I'll link it up. You can read more about how he did that and the different companies that were involved, the ones that he found were insecure, and I believe they also have the list of a couple of them in here that actually they couldn't crack. So if you're looking to buy a Bluetooth lock, you'll want to get one of those and not one of the other 12 that are basically crap, let's be honest. Okay, moving on. I want to do a little segment on voltage. We're going to do that next episode. I want to talk for just a second about how I haven't put out an episode in a while. It's called DailyIoT, and you're probably thinking this isn't very daily, and you're right. I have been swamped at work. I've been working on a project. I am going to San Francisco next week to present that project at a conference, and been working super late and just haven't had time to do the show. That is no excuse. I need to be better at it. But I appreciate everybody's patience in supporting me through that. I do want to start, like I say, it will never be daily, but I want to get more of a cadence on these episodes, maybe 2-3 a week. And so as soon as I get back, there will not be any episodes all of this next week. I apologize for that. But we'll get back on it when I'm back in town. Okay, we need to take care of some business. Last episode, I said I was going to do a giveaway based on people putting comments in that episode of the Spark Core case that I put away. Let me grab it real quick. This guy right here. And so I got a bunch of them I'm going to be giving away over the next few episodes. Anyway, I took everybody's name that commented. Whether I said it was going to be US only, but I changed my mind. I put everybody's name into a bowl and had one of my kids reach in after we shuffled them up and pick one out. And the winner of that is a lucky Mr. Everton Horning. Nice job, Everton. I will, if you will send me an email, kevin@sidwar.com, I will get your address and a place to send this to. We'll get it in the mail and on its way to you. And I want to take just a second to thank everybody for commenting. I really appreciate people getting in there, telling me that they appreciate the show, that they enjoy it. I really appreciate the feedback and the comments. It means everything that you guys take this little bit of time to watch this show. So I really appreciate that. So let's do another one. Let's have another giveaway. We'll give it away, just same thing, another one of these. It's got a Spark core in it, particle core, breadboard, jumper wires, some things like that. Again, it's open to anybody, except I did put the caveat in for international. There are certain countries that I cannot ship to based on US law. Places like Syria and things like that. I have no beef with you if you're from Syria. We actually had a new viewer from Syria, and we're excited to have you. Abood, thanks for watching. But our countries don't play nice, and so I am legally not allowed to ship things to. There's a handful of countries. So if you're from one of those, I apologize. I appreciate you watching, but I can't, if I draw your name, I can't ship one of these kits to you. So, but what I want for this one, again, it's going to be commenting, but I want you to answer a specific question. Right now, the Olympics are going on, and so which country, first of all, are you from? And I assume is also the country that you are rooting for in the Olympics. Would love to hear who you're rooting for, and also what your favorite Summer Olympic sport is to watch. I appreciate you guys watching Daily IoT, the show that's teaching you all about the Internet of Things, one day at a time. Thanks for watching.